What is true? What is true? What is true? True is love.
Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to Truth, Honesty, and Transparency.
Why, yes, this is my inaugural show, and this platform is literally about how honest with you with your truth and how transparent you are about your intentions. We ask some of those hard questions. However, I do have a key indicator. If the wine is white, then we're going to be a little light, but if it's red, then we're about to get into it. So, Mr. Veep, how are you today?
Shoot, I'm wonderful. I'm glad here to be a part of your takeoff. How you doing today?
I am doing great, and I will not lie and tell you that this is not just a little bit. This is a little bit scary. This is my first show, and I'm a little bit nervous. But however, we're gonna power through this.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'll give you the controls. How you want to take this? You got this.
Okay, people. Why, hello, Blast Man 365. How are you today?
In the building. I got him.
Don't be scared. I will not
Couple
be
last.
scared. I will not be scared. However, comma, we're gonna pause for effect right there. It is a little bit, this is my first time taking this voice of mine, trying to reach out to millions of viewers. Yes, I did say millions because that's what I'm aiming for.
No doubt. That's where we're going. Good looking out.
But I guess I will tell you a little bit about myself. I am Kelja, the princess goddess. Sorry, Kelja, the princess goddess. And I'm originally from Philadelphia. So, with that being said, I love all things Philly. And yeah, us Northeasterners, we really and truly like to get into it. We don't always take the easy route, hardly ever.
That's facts.
Some people mix up my passion with a little bit of aggression, but that's not it. It's never that. It's always passion.
Fair enough. So, what's on your topics? I'm ready to get into see
Oh,
what
we're
you got
ready
going
to
on.
actually get into it. Well, actually, I was using this show as a little bit of introduction, but I guess since it's just you and me right now, I will have to ask you, Mr. Veep, what is your truth about you?
Um, Shoot, that's a complex question.
I would hope so. I would hope that the questions would be, I mean, the answers to that would be complex because if you're one dimension and kind of like your voice, one dimension, then then that doesn't make for a very, very good show.
Okay, so do I need to change my voice? What?
No, no. Hey, you have a great radio voice.
Thank you.
It's just me being me.
Okay, I got you.
No.
I
But
got you.
anyway, so one truth about you, sir. Just one.
Um, I love IT.
You like
I mean, it's the truth. Didn't expect that one
okay.
coming, didn't you?
No, I did not. However, with me, one truth about me is I already said that I'm everything Philly. When I say everything, I really and truly do mean everything. Philadelphia, from the sports to the sound to the food, Northeast is my home. I moved here not too long ago. So, yeah, here I am trying to adjust and get into the mix with all these Cowboy fans. It is a bit much. It's not my thing.
So, can we talk your truth on why'd you move to Texas if you dislike Cowboy fans so much?
Money, baby. Money. The
Okay.
job, the job market is very good. The economy is good and it's growing here. And one of the things, kind of like you and where you are, I do not have to pay state taxes here. So more of
Nice.
my money comes into my pocket. Really. Hey, I'm Eagles all the way, baby. Every day, all day, I literally bleed green. And thank you for not holding that against me. Because a lot of you Texans and Cowboy fans really do hold that against me. They're like, oh my God, how can you be so cute and then be an Eagles fan? Like, what the freak? Although I have seen some not so out daylight ready Cowboy
Mm,
fans too. So
yeah, I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, so another truth about myself. Let's see. I'm short.
There's a difference between factual and truth.
But that I am actually short, and that is, but facts can be true. However, all truth don't necessarily have to be facts because some people's truth is left up to is suggestive, subjective.
I got you. Okay.
hmm
All
However,
right.
I'm short. I'm only 5'3 3/4".
Okay. Is it my turn for truth?
Yes, it's your turn now.
Okay. Um, let's see here. I think I care too much,
About
helping everyone over myself.
oh, well, I can tell you I don't. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to want more for you than you want for yourself. So
Hmm.
if I don't see you putting in an effort or truly
Right.
investing in yourself, I am not about to run myself ragged. I think that's where we truly get caught up investing more into someone that's really not pouring back into you. I know that for a fact because not too long ago that literally just happened to me.
Hmm. Gotcha.
hmm So we have to find balance, but that's where the truth, honesty, and transparency about your intentions going into a situation, that's where that actually is very, very pertinent because it could be detrimental if you don't understand yourself and know your own truth, what you will and what you will not expect, your standards and your boundaries. And I always tell people it's a difference in between setting limits on your relationship and on yourself because limits don't allow you to grow, but boundaries keep you honest with who you are.
Okay. So, do you have any said examples?
About my boundaries,
Sure.
just don't lie to me. Straight up. I can help you more. And then I know exactly where I stand with you if you don't bullshit me. Just be
Hmm.
honest
Right.
about your intentions. If you just want to smash off, then hell, I may be in that mood too.
Right.
If you want to keep it casual, I could be in that headspace too. But if I'm not there, I give you an opportunity to go about your way and not waste my time.
Right. So, do you feel said men have that issue of being honest in that fashion?
I don't think it's just men. I think it's women. Because if I were to tell you, you know what? I just look at this as a business opportunity. You have the connections that
Hmm.
I need to get to the next level. Then you know exactly what you stand, and I know which part of me to give you access to. However, if a woman or a man comes across as wanting to be all inclusive and exclusive with you, then you're going to let them into parts of you that they cannot help you with, that they're not going to breathe and speak life into you, but only deplete your energy.
Facts. Okay. So, it seems like there's levels to this, though. It's not just
hmm
clear cut.
It is not. No, it is not that clear cut, but that is where you being honest as to what you want from that person because it could be a temporary thing and only you want this person for, as I said, for one thing, or it could be a multi-level of things, or this person can only get you so far, like you have pushed me past my comfort zone, so now I'm great. Now it's time for us to part ways.
Mm.
But that's only if you're honest with the person. I believe that you get more by being honest with someone than you do with lying to them.
Hmm.
Honesty makes, I mean, and being truthful and transparent about your intentions. Because at
Right.
least I know exactly where to put you and then I know when to cut you off. Do
Mm.
my dreams have limits? No, they do not. My dreams have extensions. What I do is once I reach one goal in my dream, I'm always forecasting what is the next step to this. How can I grow this better? Like I didn't 3 years ago, I didn't see myself doing a podcast, Danny, but now I'm actually doing a podcast. Where that's the extension going from there, I have no idea yet. However, comma, you want to pause for effect? There
Yeah.
you go. And that is true. That's the reason why I said being honest is to literally let the other person decide what it is they can handle and what if they want to deal with your truth. Because
Hmm.
one thing I can tell you about Blast Man is that most people want to be honest without telling the truth. And I say that, go with me for a second, is I can be honest about a situation. But however, I won't tell you my truth as to how I want to interact in that situation or telling someone the truth about their screw up in the situation.
Hmm.
I look at it on a stance of being honest is just a perimeter. The truth is the area because that gets into the meat and the root cause and really their intentions of being there. Because I can say I'm honest, I want to be with you, but telling the
Hmm.
truth on how I want to be with someone is totally
Right.
different.
That's true. Because, for instance, you may be on a full time, he may be on a part time
That's
basis.
right. However,
And
that doesn't
yeah,
change the fact that I honestly want to spend time with you,
right.
but it's the truth about how I want to spend time with you and what areas of my life I want you to actually be in.
I see. Okay. All right. So, all right. So what next you got on that pad of yours? That's what I wanted to see. You got info, right?
About info is regarding what?
Tell me what you got to share.
I mean, we're talking now. This platform is more like a conversation, and I'm sharing.
Okay. Okay.
So it's more like a conversation, and yes, we get into it. But
Okay.
however, what did I tell you? What does the wine tell you?
Yes, we got that. We got we got that. Okay.
The wine literally tells you if we're gonna go deep. If it's red, we're about to
Hmm.
get into it. We're about to cut.
Okay.
We're about to
So
bleed a
for
little bit. However, since it's
ooh,
white, it's just a little sweat and light.
let me bring that out for you.
Okay,
You-
well, what I will say is that normally when someone lies, it's mostly to protect themselves because they're being a coward. For me, I can only speak for me, I can't speak for someone else, but those that have lied to me were very much so insecure and actually literally feel fearful of how I would react to it. So
mhm.
it's better to just pad it to try to pacify the situation. And most people don't want the truth, especially if they're not truthful and honest with themselves.
Right.
Because you do have people in this world that literally lie to themselves all day, every day.
Mm.
It comes
So
a tad bit delusional.
they just live in a constant lie, huh?
Yeah, or
I'm a
there
I'm a
people lie. I think it's because they're afraid of themselves. Because
mm,
think about it. When you tell someone the truth about their character, their level of integrity, or just an
mhm.
action, a habit, that is something that they have to go back and look deep within themselves for. And if you're not ready to do that work and have that constant battle and taking that inventory, that self inventory,
Mhm.
it's always going to be a lie. And that's another reason why I think people are so quick to run when things get difficult
Mm.
because you have to
Well,
have those hard conversations in order to grow.
right. And we're dealing with a society now that everybody's so antisocial, and whether it be indirectly or directly. Like even now, we're not literally face to face, but we are communicating. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I
But
believe.
even go ahead.
Mhm. No, no, go ahead. What were you about to say?
But even then, there is still a disconnect because of not being in the same, let's say, area to have this communication.
Okay, so what I would say is technology already made it easier for people to be in their own seclusion, in their own world.
Hmm.
And then
Agreed.
COVID just added a layer on top of that.
Yeah.
And
Paranoia.
now, yes, but now on top of that, things do not mature and grow organically anymore. In this day and
Mm,
age, because of the internet, everybody wants instant gratification.
facts.
Everyone is literally having these unrealistic expectations based off what they see on social media
Yeah.
and expecting that every experience is supposed to be like that. However, when you know yourself, then you would know that no, that's not my truth. And that's not me being honest with myself, that I
Yeah.
am going to have those same experience that someone else has, because we are not those people.
Right. I got you. From what I've experienced from people that I've been talking to lately, a lot of introverts. They are quick to text over calls. Like I said, it's standoffish is a real deal for some of these people these days.
Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I'm actually an introvert.
Hmm.
However, in this game, especially if you want to be a business owner, you got to come out of that shell. So being an extrovert is a part of the process.
Okay.
You
And what
know,
would you say I am, an introvert or an extrovert?
I would figure you to be an extrovert.
So, to be honest, I am an extrovert with introvertive tendencies, because I do have that moment where I really just want to disconnect from the matrix. I love myself.
Hmm.
Everything about me, from uh the top of my head to literally the bottom of my feet, that I literally go get pedicured. And I love just being with myself, because that's how I learn about me. Things that
Hmm.
I do and I don't want, things that I do and I don't expect. Yeah.
Hmm.
I realize, you know what? Kelja is not a bad person. She's pretty dope. And if I could literally clone me and date myself, I would. Oh, okay. So Blastman states that he's an introvert with extrovertive qualities. Okay, I get it. So that means that when you have to be social, you are, and but you prefer more so not to be. Is that you, Veep?
um, I guess that would be true.
Because I
You
mean,
know,
think. Okay, so you do. How many shows do you produce a week?
woo. Right now, probably seven.
Okay, and
You're number seven.
I'm number seven. Okay,
Yes,
but
indeed.
what I'm saying is, with that, it's like at that moment when the cameras come on, do you have to give yourself the Rocky speech to say, "I'm eye of the tiger"? Like, okay, I gotta hype myself up in order to go out here and interact with others.
Um, hmm. There are times I definitely have to give myself a mini pep talk before I go to the show to kind of like, you got this, go and get it, and I do
Okay.
it.
So, I mean, so okay, so just like Danny,
Uh-huh.
D-Ray, the producer, like he said, that is his extroverted persona. Is D-Ray the producer? So your extroverted persona is Veep.
I guess so. the
Okay.
The whole point of Veep, which a lot of people don't know, which doesn't make sense to me, but anyway, Veep is because I'm the vice president, so I'm the Veep. So that's basically where Veep came from. But at the same token, what we do in Blast, normally musicians with aliases. So
Okay.
we all have aliases to kind of make everyone feel comfortable. So I'm the Veep,
Really?
working with Rock and Gooch. Yep.
Okay. So, or is it the fact that I don't know their real damn name? They're not gonna know my name either.
Danny is an introvert.
Sure.
All right, Gooch.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And what about you, Gooch? Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't know. Gooch seems like an extrovert because he gets electric when people are around. So I don't know.
But or people could actually blast, man. You know my damn name.
I guess she was trying to be professional.
I was very much so trying to be professional and stay exactly with what your screen name is. So I'm trying to keep it there. But
Now he wants
anyway,
ownership.
I see.
He's like, you know my damn name,
I see that. That was kind of aggressive. That was a
right?
little. Oh, so Gooch is an extrovert
Oh,
post
after
Twinkies.
Twinkies, yes.
After Twinkies, those things are probably like Gooch could survive any damn things. Kind of like cockroaches.
Whoa.
Cockroaches. You
Oh,
heard me. Yeah, I said it. They don't die.
yeah. Okay.
But Gooch understand there's no love there.
She totally flipped that one. Dang. Okay.
No, he truly understands, and thank you all for tuning in for the support. I really do really appreciate that, and Gooch understands that it's nothing but love. This is what we do.
And Dira is like, wow, yeah. That's her truth and transparency.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So are we saying we all Geminis with two sides, us Team Gemini? Actually, I believe everyone has two sides. And I always make the joke that I have to literally go in to my personalities to figure out which one I want to deal with certain situations. And each
Mhm.
one of them have their own name. You'll never know.
Okay.
But hey, I'm glad, Team Gemini, that we're all here because, yay, for the Geminis, we are some wonderful people. Even though we do get a bad rep, we are some lovely people.
Fair enough. So, with transparency, for those that have a difficulty being transparent, what
Hmm.
could you offer to help them uh, with being transparent?
Hold on, I'll answer that one question.
Okay.
See, Danny Jr., Mr. Smith, I knew I liked you for some reason. He's part of the air element. He's a Libra. So he likes balance. We just go with the flow. And then we have our Aquarians who are literally a fixed sign. So yeah, they're the stubborn ones. But however, this is how I break it down to my Facebook user and to Danny, the producer. With us being air, understand that we make people better. Our fire elements, we turn them into wildfires. Our water elements, we turn them into hurricanes. And our earth element, we turn them into sandstorms. But we're air. Every time they breathe, they get a little piece of us.
Cool.
But back to your question, or actually, what was your question, sir? Because I
Sure.
totally forgot that just that fast. That's the
No,
power of the
it's all
Gemini.
it's all good. You know. Okay. Oh, anywho, when it comes to transparency, we have a lot of people that have issues with the whole point of confrontation. That is enough to stop them from being transparent. So, how do you help someone who has challenges with transparency?
Okay, so I believe that the term confrontation for me
Mm-hmm.
is a very, very much so in terms of starting something that has no basis. It's just being disruptive.
Okay.
However, comma, when you understand your boundaries
Mm-hmm.
and someone crosses them and you literally nip that shit in the bud,
Mm-hmm.
that is literally standing your ground and standing your power. There's a difference in between confrontation. Now, the confrontation from that comes when someone literally wants to, as they say these days, clap back. Then it
Right.
becomes a confrontational situation. But to me, it's all in the approach.
Oh, most definitely.
Someone said something to me, my line is don't do that. You can do whatever you want to, just don't do that.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir. I try.
The milk in the cereal. Okay.
Yeah. We already know who Facebook user is, but anyway,
Who is fake?
um,
I don't.
that's Big Los.
Oh, okay.
He trying to
Oh, okay.
go. He
So,
trying to go incognito, but we already
mm,
know.
okay.
All right. One of the things that I found about what I call confrontation, or my
Hmm.
basis of confrontation, I
Well,
don't like it. I
before
don't
we
like
go
it.
to it, what is your understanding? Understanding. What does confrontation look like to you?
Okay. Confrontation to me is if there's an issue that is bothering me, and it's with someone that not necessarily cool with, but even someone that don't even know me like that, that if you don't speak up and speak your voice, they may keep repeating that offense, or keep stepping in the area that you don't like per se. So when it comes to that point, got to rise up and confront that person and just say, here's the error of your ways, if you will.
Well, yeah, that's where boundaries come in.
Right.
And sometimes you don't even know that something irritates you, or you need to set a boundary
Hmm.
until you're put in that situation. Or
Right.
would you rather for them to get comfortable thinking that that is okay, and then
Right.
all of a sudden you're blowing up on them, which
Right.
to me is worse.
Oh, I agree.
Because to say it up front lets them know exactly where they stand with you. And then that's a
Right.
determination. If they value you, they'll respect it and literally make those changes. However, if they don't, then you just literally need to cut that person off, because it's too
Right.
much toxicity in the world. And we're all
Facts.
trying to get to the next level, and we don't literally need that type of energy buzzing around us, because people will do one or two things. They'll either pour into you to make you better, or
Hmm.
they'll deplete from you, wanting to put you on the same level as they are.
Yeah. Agreed. I agree. We with the toxicity, I do agree. There, it seems to be growing at a faster pace, especially on social media, and we got too many gangster keyboardists and uh, what do they call them, Twitter terrorists. It's just nobody wants to stand behind what they say, even though they think they're being funny by either calling somebody or whatnot, and then they take off as soon as they get the light shine on them.
Well, but that's the thing, social media and the internet, period. Because
Mhm.
you're able to comment on certain things and just leave it at that. You can log off. It's making the cowards have a voice.
Mm,
Because mind you, these are things that someone wouldn't necessarily be honest about if they saw you face to face.
facts.
It's one of those things where, yeah, I can click a few keys and there you have it. I don't
Mhm.
have to literally, I don't have to answer for that, because technically you don't have to I mean, you can call me out on it, but I can choose not to respond.
Right.
However, face to face, if I call you out on it, I'm not leaving until you respond.
Oh boy.
I mean, you said it, and that's another thing that I tell people. I've noticed no one really and truly likes to be called on their shit or their
Right.
form of truth, good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
However, comma, if you don't want to be called upon, then don't do it. Just don't do the shit,
Yeah.
or be okay when your actions come back to you. I mean,
Facts.
there's different levels of truth, honest, and depending on who you're dealing with, sometimes it takes time, because me myself, I've been burned too many times by letting people in. So now it's a little bit longer. It takes me a little bit longer to open up per se, but I'm
Hmm.
quick to tell you what I don't like. Like I said, don't do that.
Right. Well, I think it should be that way. I think this generation has shown that it's just totally different. That concerns me because no one's wanting to hold accountability for what they say or do these days, and that's all the way at the top. Look at the governmental people, presidents, and so on. It's like, dang,
But, but think about it. America itself,
yeah,
the construct is built on lack of accountability. You want to
right,
deny certain atrocities that have been inflicted upon Americans in history, and you don't
yes,
want to hold yourself accountable for it. So, I mean, that is the social construct. I mean, think about it.
yeah,
It's easier to deny and avoid than to literally be honest about the things that you said. And thank you so much, Lena.
hey, Miss Lena, yes, indeed, and that's what I believe you and I had talked about. No, 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 that was someone else. Forgive me. I told you, memory. Oof. Anyway, yep, just yeah, whatever. So,
What? Don't do that. Don't whatever me after you just got me mixed up with someone else. My conversations are memorable, so don't do that.
yes,
And
ma'am.
and you will remember my name.
Yes, I will. Dang, I'm getting put on the burner already. First episode. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Um, so let us know some of the do nots as far as like transparency seems to be the biggest word out of the three that we talk about for the show to me,
Yes.
because sure, you could still tell the truth and still hide everything. You can be honest at that situation, but transparency in general is showing vulnerability, in my opinion, being vulnerable and saying, "This is me. Take me as I am." So you go ahead.
No,
So
no,
what do
I'm
you think?
listening. No, I'm listening. No, I mean, and you are absolutely right. Out of all of the three, transparency is the one that is literally the linchpin to it all. Because that's exposure. That's a level of exposure that everyone isn't ready to actually
Mm-hmm.
walk that path. And
Mm-hmm.
so for some people, all three can be uncharted territories, one of the
Right.
two, or two of the three, or it doesn't matter. But it does seem like transparency is one where you literally lift the veil back. That is where your words and your actions are screwing each other.
Hmm.
They are one.
Hmm.
Because I've
Okay.
said this and now I told you what I'm about.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you how I'm going to respond to it. So now the follow through
Yeah.
is once you actually know me, like me. So in order to be in my circle, you do something that is unbecoming, I'm going to tell you about it.
Okay.
Period. But I expect the same in return. I am one of those people that can take just as good as they give.
Gotcha.
And I expect that from my inner circle. I expect you to keep me honest and truthful and transparent with myself, with you, and our situation. That's the
Facts.
only way in order to move forward is to literally, but as you said, it's there's degrees to it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have to grow into that. Some people you
Right.
have to make uncomfortable in order for them to be transparent, and some people will
Mhm.
always live amongst the shadows.
Yeah.
And I believe that is because they themselves don't know who they are. How can I
Mm-hmm.
be transparent about who the hell I am if I'm still a mystery to me?
Right.
Like I'm still riding, in the Scooby Mobile.
Yeah. And like you said, to those degrees, every male or every female is not built the same.
No.
There are some that are willing to be transparent like that, and then there are some. It's like squeezing blood from a turnip. So it really depends on the individual, as well as when they're willing to be transparent.
But yes, so that's another thing where I know how people I've had people ask me, so if I'm telling the truth, is it a lie? I know if I'm not telling the whole truth, is it a lie? If it's not the full truth, then it is a lie. However, you
Right.
can tell the truth without being transparent.
Right.
However, in your actions, it still makes it a lie.
Mm.
Because if I'm not knowing your true intentions, you could be truthful about like we said today. I'm honest that I want to be with you. I'm truthful
Right.
that I want you in my life, but I'm not being transparent as to where you actually fit and what capacity do I want you to be there.
Hmm.
Which in turn nullifies the other two because you're not being totally honest with me. You're not being transparent as to where I stand. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. The thing of it is also too, like you kind of touched. What would that be? Urban myth, if even
Mhm.
like withholding something.
Omission.
You tell somebody something
Hmm.
where, let's put it this way, where it's enough information for them to understand it, but there may have been an A, B, and C to it, but they gave you the summary.
Okay, so with that, to me,
Hmm.
that's where follow-up questions
Hmm.
matter. Because the thing of it is, people are only going to tell you what it is that they want you to know or to get you to remain a staple in their life. However, if
Hmm.
it doesn't sound right, then you need to ask follow-up questions. Get comfortable with making them uncomfortable.
Gotcha. And that's probably where people are too. They don't want to go that extra mile to make an already uncomfortable situation more fire on it under that individual's feet. Kind of like
But
an intervention.
yeah, but who exactly made it uncomfortable? Is it the person telling half truths or the
Mm,
person pushing for the truth because I matter in this as well?
right.
You made it uncomfortable without telling me everything. You're the one that ignited my spidey senses. Now I know that you're lying. Okay, so now I got to dig deeper.
Right. What's the reason for the lie?
What's the reason for the lie? Once again, that's
Mm,
your, that's, yeah. What's the reason for the lie or the half truth? Now, this is two things that people fail to realize. There's a difference in keeping a secret and literally not telling you. I say that because if I'm going to keep a secret of you, that means that you have an interest at stake in that part of it. However,
mhm.
I don't necessarily have to tell you everything that has nothing to do with you because things could be happening to me before you got there and have
Gotcha.
nothing to do with you. That's just
Correct.
not your business,
Okay.
especially if we haven't merged like that. But however, if I'm doing something that is going to literally uproot or literally disrupt who you are and what you have going on, then I have an obligation to tell you. And I've
Fair
said that
enough.
to people all the time. It wasn't a secret, it just wasn't your business.
And a lot of people feel they expect everything when necessarily it got nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with you whatsoever. If I
Yeah.
grant you that privilege, and this is the things that I've told my friends before. Just because
Hmm.
you're my friends doesn't give you an all access pass to my freaking life.
Facts.
I don't owe you that.
Right. Right.
And I've told significant others that this was before you.
Mhm.
Now we can pick up where we started and move forward. If I need you or need to bounce this off you, that's cool too. I will bring it to you. But if I have this handled and this was in play before you, I don't owe you that.
Mm. Now that sounds like for some butt hurt opportunities right there. Not you saying that, but the one who would want that information to not get that. You know what I mean?
But the thing of it is it works both ways.
Right.
If we're building something together and I want you to be a part of that, then I will let you know. But if I have it under control and it's something that can only benefit us, but it was something that was already in the making before you, you don't owe people every aspect of your life, especially if you're not building something with them.
Mhm. What's
What's up?
going on, Mike?
Hello, Mike.
So, Your Highness, I'm gonna take
Yes.
this time for a little break. We've already passed our half hour mark. We're gonna go ahead and do the blast artist of the night.
Okay.
We actually have Jsaw once again, and this is called Unbothered. Let's check it out.
It's your boy, I don't really care what they think, don't really care what they do.
They now lay hands on you.
The beast inside, no, I'm with that too. Don't really care what they think, don't really care what they do.
They now lay hands on you.
The beast inside, no, I'm with that too. I don't really care what they think, I'm unbothered. I got 4 kids, nigga, I'm a father. That's 2 boys and 2 daughters. Any harm to them, I get revolvers. Straight to the morgue, no doctor. Especially if I use a chopper. Shorty said I'm a hot stopper. I lift up like helicopters. Look down on nigga situations. Used to wonder why niggas be hating. Many times I gave them a plate, man. I swear this the work of Satan. Wanna kill them all like Jason. That's the old way I used to think, man. Thanks to the pills from the shrink, man. I said that shit with a wink, man. They be wondering why I keep myself up inside. Come my pitch in the short, creativity high. And they be wondering why they see the feet in the sky. All bullshit aside, one day we gonna die. And my brain gonna fry is from a cannabis high. Every time that I sigh, I pull the smoke inside. And every time I exhale, I put the pride to the side. This how these niggas be dying. Keep our pride up on our shoulders. That's a rocky situation like a boulder. Easily tipped over. Only take a few seconds and then over. Especially if you stay strapped like a soldier. Sig in the holster. Less than a second it will roast ya. Don't really care what they think. Don't really care what they do.
They now lay hands on you.
The beast inside, no, I'm with that too. Don't really care what they think. Don't really care what they do. situation like spilled red drag with no coasters. Could've prevent that slip if you listen to what I told ya. Now 2 people's lives is over. No luck, 3-leaf clovers. That's why a nigga stay sober. I'm talking about that dranky drag. I had my screws loose, clanky clank. Now I sit back, smoke that danky dank. I'm better off like this, let's be frank. Can't be having a spirit control what I think. I put my life down the drain, right down the sink. Now I tighten up screws, I control what I think. I move up now on a whole nother rank. Oh lordy, lordy is the one that I thank. Giving me the willpower, not the drink. It's really official like the notary stamp. Life giving me blows, I'm the victory champ. All I had to do was change how I think. You could do the same too if you sat down and think. But we stay on the move like we hook to the crank. And giving all the fucks what people think. That limits your move and that's how you think. And that's the real deal, homie, no game or prank. I don't really care what they think. Don't really care what they do.
Then I lay hands on you.
The beats inside, no, I'm with that too. Don't really care what they think. Don't really care what they do.
Then I lay hands on you.
The beats inside, no, I'm with that too.
Yes, indeed. That is Blast Artist J-Saw with Unbothered, produced by our own D-Ray, the producer.
What?
Yes, indeed.
He did that?
Yep, he did that.
So a Libra has some talent. I see.
Yes, indeed. So
He says a Libra has 2 sides, which means they can be worth the damn or they can just be shit. Yeah.
I'll leave that right where it lay.
Of course, you have no stake in this, Mr. Capricorn.
Exactly. That's why it's none of my business, so I don't need to know. Now, in that situation regarding transparency is given to those who
Earn it.
rightly earn it. Would
Yes,
that be-
you literally have to earn to literally. I know, Alina. I am literally just messing with Danny because he is an ass. Yeah, but I love my Libra because we are fellow air signs. So I love my Libras. So do not. It's not about you. It's about him. But
Just
however,
being messy, y'all.
but
ahead.
however, with that level of transparency and access to someone's, you literally have to earn it. That's not something that you give away freely. I mean, that's you. You've literally spent your life from the time that you literally had cognitive skills and realization as to what's going on, developing who you are and literally taking L's and getting back up and reestablishing yourself. And to have someone to come into your life without proving themselves worthy of that level of access and loyalty, it can be detrimental to who you are. Because I said, people can either pour into you or they can deplete from you. And the wrong person will actually do that.
Indeed.
I mean, you can be transparent about, I just don't want to fuck with you.
Right.
Like-
And that's even hard these days, just saying that.
Not really. Well, not for me.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, because it's situations to where people get forgiveness. Forgiveness is a tool for you. And being transparent about saying, I forgive you. I really do forgive you, but I just don't want to fuck with you anymore. Because I now know what you stand for, and that is not aligned on where I'm trying to go.
Right. Yeah. I've made those kind of decisions too, especially business decisions, like business with friends. There's such a thin line. You know, even though like Elle and I have been friends for many years, his business mind is definitely this direction, and I'm going the same way. But it's funny how that doesn't affect us. I guess because we keep each other accountable too.
Well, that is great. And then another thing that keeps people, friends, and business together, honest and truthful, are contracts.
And we got that.
Contracts.
You're right.
I mean,
You're right.
my brother one of my brothers borrowed money from me to get his roof fixed. And I told him, and that's fine, but we got a contract and you're going to pay me back this time. And it's going to be an interest on that because my money is in the
Yes.
business of making money. I don't
Right.
just give it away. I don't give a damn who you are. So with that being said, this is the percentage on the gross because normally I do, I'm loan shark type, this much on the dollar. Yeah. Simple.
Somehow not surprised.
But that discouraged you from asking me for my shit,
Right. Right.
So yeah, and and I told him I was like, and if you renege, don't think I'm not above taking you to court. I want my damn money.
I can see you like friggin' Brian from Family Guy getting beat down by Stewie. Where's
Oh
my money,
yes.
man?
Do you have my money?
Where's my
You're
money?
gonna pay me. What did he say? You're gonna pay me my money on Friday.
He took him out by the kneecaps. Anyway, let me read this since Miss
Okay.
Lena was so nice to put that. She said, Queen, do you think most folks are unintentionally phony or deliberately shady with their truth? Author Emily Dickinson famously wrote, quote, tell the truth, but tell it at a slant, meaning most folks can't handle it all at once, so have to ease it on them slowly. I find her word to still be true. I'm all for transparency, 100%, but I think even with diplomacy, motherfuckers can't deal with it.
Deal. Lena, you are absolutely correct. Some people need baby steps, but however, understand unintentionally being phony is actually shady. And that comes to the point of people really don't know themselves. They literally have not sat down to actually be one with themselves. I am the type of person that can literally be with myself all day, every day. And I'm okay with that because I know me. I know that when I step onto a scene, I need it to be a certain way because I can instantly feel the pulse of the room. And if something isn't right, then I leave.
I feel that. She said tabernacle.
Yes. But my thing of it is, and the truth, telling the truth, but with a slant to me is still a lie. Because how it's still a disservice to whom you call a friend.
Right.
If I'm going to be honest with you and tell you the truth, then I need to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And that's on the words of Jehovah. So if I'm going to do it and I'm actually going to be your friend, then why must I slant it? Because your life is already at a tilt because you don't understand who you are. And that unintentional phoniness, we literally get that every day with people who we invite into our world.
Facts. Even my man Mike agrees.
Yes. So Emily Dickinson, she was, but how I translate that is you tell the truth to a slant, not to overplay your hand. Like I'm going to let you see certain elements of me. It's like the Shakespearean thing. I'm going to play the fool while I'm watching you to develop the truth and your true intentions. So my understanding of that is I'm literally just going to show you little elements of me. And I'm going to be honest, but only honest to a degree until I see you show me your whole hand. Then I know exactly where to put you, or I need to exile you from the kingdom or queendom. Queendom, because this is the queen over here. There's no kings.
We got you. We got you.
You are welcome, Lena.
Yes, indeed. I can honestly see, and I'll own up on it. I'll be even transparent on this. Let me see what she said. That part, the bard knew the deal. Play chess.
It is. It's chess, not checkers. You can king anyone, but to go in there and take the castle, literally use their pawns against them. Now that's mental, psychological, and that's the meeting of the minds. That's psychological warfare and the meeting of the mind. Always stay 3 steps ahead of them. My granddad told me a long time ago, if you just shut the fuck up, people will literally tell you who they are in 10 words or less.
Easily, yeah. And the crazy part is that still rings true today. As a matter of fact, people that talk too much make me nervous. when they just already just running at the mouth, just yeah. It feel like they trying to do something, pull a fast one on me. So it's just like, why are you running with all this conversation I ain't
Okay,
asking for?
so this is my thing, and this I guess it's the Gemini in me. But I always look for no, it's not what people say.
Mm-hmm.
It's the shadowy context behind the words.
Okay.
And if you're paying attention to them, their eye movement and their body language, you will get their intention straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, people
I
do talk way too damn much. And I'm like, you said a whole
yeah,
lot of words without saying actually anything. Are you
exactly.
communicating or are you just talking? Because you
Yeah.
talk because you're mute, just like you
Right.
hear because you're not deaf. So you talk because you're not mute, but do you actually have a real play on words? Can you really string them together to make a solid point?
Welcome to the squad, Mike.
When is your birthday, Mike? I just have to know.
Oh, jeez. This turned out to be a Zodiac party.
No, it didn't not. Don't do that. Don't. Why?
Oh
Because it's all air, no earth here, sir.
I got two. Don't do that. I'm just gonna be up here and just say hi, and I'll be like, all right, go ahead and talk.
You see how they just come out with ease? Don't do that.
I mean, it flow out like water, boy. I'm like, dang, how she just hit me without even May
Mike,
28th.
that is my sister's birthday.
My man. All right. So what I was going to
his
say
sign is a little funky, a funky goat, a Capricorn.
Why gotta be a funky goat?
A funky, stinky.
Hey,
You cannot pass, pay the toll, Capricorn.
I am a goat, greatest of all time, right there.
Okay.
Understand, everything is fabulous over here.
Okay. If
January 3rd.
And the things that we lie to ourselves, goats are delusional. If they really believe that that's what it's saying.
See, that is all kind of wrong.
If that's what they believe it stands for, greatest of all time.
I got one of my truths though for this though. I always got one gift because my birthday was too dang close to Christmas. And that was a fact.
And that's what you get. That's the omen on your life. That's what you get.
See, your truth, you just being mean to me. That ain't right.
I am never mean. It's just honest. That's what you get. I mean, you could blame your parents for that, but still, because their courtest time was just a little bit too close to Christmas. That's not.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
You can blame your parents for you being born too close to Christmas.
I feel you. Yeah, I know, Mike. I'm set up to be the punching bag, but I'm here, so it is what it is.
Mike, don't let him fool you. He likes it.
What?
Yeah, he likes it. That's why he's staying.
Oh, jeez.
But it's all fun and games. It's all a lot of fun and games and love. Hey, if he throw one at me, I only have to take it.
There you go. So any of you guys have a question before we wrap this up tonight? I think you did a great job, Your Highness. I enjoyed being bossed around by you, but
Really, you really think I bossed you around?
And hitting me with the don't do that's. So I go home with 2 to the head. Don't do that.
Double tap to the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's my nature.
Got you.
So do we have any more questions?
Indeed.
And please comment on how do you think the first show, this is the inaugural episode. So please comment on how do you think the banter, the back and forth, the volley, the dialogue, how do you think it actually flowed? Thank you, Mike.
Mike gave us the love the dialogue. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Let's just say it was kind of one-sided on how things were going to go tonight, but
Really? Explain. Please explain that.
I told you put your boy on the high wire rope with little detail. You showed me a pad you didn't even use.
Actually, I did. I don't have to. Look, I did use my pad.
Here's the
However,
thing,
you steered it to where you wanted it to go, and I just follow. I'm adaptable like that. Don't play.
Here's that conversation about, you know, I give you my truths, but the rest of the part is my business. So that's what she just did to me. So that's 3 to the head.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you so very much. And
So-
I really do hope you guys tell your close associates and your Facebook friends about the show.
Indeed.
Instagram, just put us on. Well, put me on, because it's all about me.
Yeah, it is about her. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe, guys. You can subscribe. I'll give you to this banner. Boop. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel, Blast Music 24/7, all one word. You'll be able to find us. We do live stream everywhere, but YouTube is where we want all you guys to come.
Well,
Like to see
okay.
you dissect celebrity fodder next time. Oh,
Guess what? Guess what I'm doing? I'm writing that down, Lena.
it's on. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Remember, we always come on every Wednesday at 7. So we will see you next week.
That's 6 o'clock CTS. You gave them
CTS.
you gave them the ETS, the EST time.
Sorry.
So
7 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. Central. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Because
You
what
guys.
I don't want my people to do is
Uh-huh.
is to log in late. And then they
Right.
miss me. However, they pick up another blast show. Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
Oh, I
Don't do
got
it.
4. I got 4 for tonight.
Don't do
All
it.
right.
Don't
The
do me
hits
like
keep
that.
coming. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week. God bless.
All right, thank you all for tuning in. And again, this is the platform to where we ask you how honest you are about your truth and how transparent you are about your intent.
You heard it first. We'll see you next week.
Bye. See you next
Is true. What is true? What is true? True is love.